Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, US Visa Blueprint. Today we're discussing something that was recently reported in the news. Donald Trump is proposing fines of up to $1,000 per day for certain migrants who do not leave the United States after receiving a deportation order. This would not apply to all immigrants, but specifically to some undocumented individuals with final removal orders. The information comes from major news outlets, and in this video, we're going to explain what has been reported, so stay tuned. Okay, everyone. Reports indicate that the Trump administration has announced a proposal to fine undocumented immigrants who have deportation orders up to $1,000 per day. The exact reported amount is $998 per day, which is just under $1,000. According to the reports, these penalties could apply to individuals who remain in the country despite having a final deportation order. The fines could potentially be calculated retroactively for up to 5 years.
In other words, if someone has had a deportation order for several years and did not depart, the daily fine could add up significantly. Questions remain about how this would be implemented and enforced. News sources state that the legal authority for such fines dates back to a law from the 1990s that was not widely enforced in the past. During his first term, there were discussions about using similar authority, and now there are renewed talks about applying it more broadly to individuals with final removal orders who did not depart. If calculated at nearly $1,000 per day over multiple years, the total could become extremely large. Reports also mention that failure to pay assessed fines could lead to collection actions permitted under the law, which may include placing liens on property or pursuing legally authorized asset recovery. This development reportedly could affect approximately 1.4 million undocumented immigrants who currently have final deportation orders. The Department of Homeland Security has also encouraged individuals with removal orders to use the CBP One mobile application to indicate their intent to depart the United States voluntarily. Through that process, individuals can submit information confirming plans to leave, which is sometimes referred to as self-departure. Authorities are encouraging those with existing deportation orders to consider departure before any potential fines are enforced. As of now, an official start date for implementing these fines has not been publicly confirmed, but discussions are ongoing. If enforced, the policy could significantly affect undocumented individuals with final removal orders. There are still many open questions about how it would work in practice and what legal challenges might arise. Advocacy groups could challenge the policy in federal court, and judges may review whether the enforcement complies with existing laws and constitutional standards. Any major legal dispute could potentially move through the appeals process and possibly reach the U.S. Supreme Court. If such fines were fully implemented, they could create serious financial consequences for affected individuals. For example, imagine someone in the United States without lawful status who has a deportation order but later becomes eligible for immigration relief through a qualifying family member, such as a U.S. citizen spouse or an adult child over 21 who files an approved I-130 petition. Normally, before adjusting status, that person would need to resolve or reopen their deportation case. If significant fines had already accumulated under this reported policy, questions would arise about how those financial penalties might affect the process of seeking lawful status. It is unclear how immigration agencies would handle adjustment applications in situations where substantial fines are pending. These uncertainties highlight why many observers believe the proposal could have complex legal and practical implications. Policies like this often face legal review, and courts ultimately determine how and whether they can be enforced. For now, this remains a developing story that has been covered by multiple reputable news sources. Immigration policies can change frequently, and updates sometimes occur without widespread public awareness. Because of that, it is very important to stay informed and to rely on accurate information. Before taking any action related to your immigration status, consult a qualified immigration attorney. Only a licensed attorney can review your specific situation, explain current laws, and provide personalized legal advice. Attorneys receive updates about regulatory changes and can guide you based on the most recent official information. You can check the links in the description below for additional details from reliable sources. That's all for today's update. I hope you found this information helpful. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell for more immigration news and updates.
Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.